There's two main categories of content in college athletics. You've got event coverage and evergreen. First, set your content calendar to make sure that you're covering all of the games and matches that your teams are playing. And then you can use evergreen content to fill in the cracks after that. Sometimes we can forget that event coverage is our bread and butter. We want to be there for the moments and capture big wins that our teams put so much effort into. In 2017, when I was a GA for the Clemson creative team, we traveled to Ohio State on the road to play basketball, which at the time wasn't a huge matchup and wasn't a ranked game or anything like that. Right now, Clemson basketball is one of the hottest teams in the ACC, but back then, this really set the stage for what was going to be a magical season for them, go all the way to the Sweet 16. And what we did as a creative team was able to open up the trust and belief by that staff that we could be in the moments, could be there to capture it. For me, I approached it as if it was the biggest game of the year. I made sure that I had everything ready to go before we left Clemson and headed up to Columbus. This meant that I had all my sequences set, I had my music picked out, and really when you go on a road trip, you know what's gonna happen. You know that they're gonna get on a flight, they're gonna fly up to their opponent, they're gonna get off land, meet, they're gonna do a shoot around, and then on game day, you're gonna ride with the team off the bus. They'll capture those final moments right before tip-off. The game will happen. You're going to have two halves. You're going to shoot both of those, and then hopefully, and what we did there on that night is win and capture those celebration moments before you get back on the plane and head back to Clemson. So knowing what's going to happen is important, because then when stuff happens that we don't expect, then we can pivot and be able to capture it. One of the cool things of this trip is Clark Kellogg was there and shoot around, so I was able to grab him, pull him aside, get a soundbite about what he thought about Clemson basketball and Coach Brad Brownell. Fast forward into the game, it was actually a really awesome, fast-paced matchup. Sheldon Mitchell and Marquise Reed had great games. Clemson ended up winning 79-65. It was a huge win, but this next moment was what was important. Ben Winterode, the SID at Clemson basketball, then and now still, was like, dude, go. Get in the locker room, go capture it, we'll beg for forgiveness later. So I ran in with the team, jumped in the middle of all the celebration, got Brad Brownell's infamous, "How about them Tigers?"
How about those Tigers?
I got out of there quick, edited, had it out on social within the next 10 to 15 minutes. And that's what really set the stage for the trust for the staff, for them to be able to say, oh my gosh, you just got that and it's already out and people are loving it. And they're seeing how great the coaching staff is connected to this team. And I would really suggest to anyone out there that's also creating content embedded with the team to make sure that you are in there doing what you're supposed to be doing, capturing those moments and then getting it out quickly, then showcase how this affects the brand and team togetherness from the fans all the way to the players, and so that they know what these personalities are like, because they were right there in the locker room with them in a big moment. That's the best content that we could possibly get and brings the fans closer to the team. It just so happens that that team ended up going on the second ever Sweet 16 run in Clemson basketball history. Maybe we'll see another run like that this season.